Welcome back to Bennystake. I'm your girl Benny, and listen, I'm back here on my couch. I'm talking about seated. Okay, I am set down for another installment of Love is Blind Season 9. Y'all, this season is finally over. We got the reunion, and we're going to go ahead and wrap up this mess that was happening on my screen. Okay, if you've been watching all throughout, thank you so much. This has been like a fun little thing to do. Like, I feel like I've been watching the show with y'all, literally. It feels like y'all are on the couch with me and we're watching and we're talking. We're like pausing and talking about it. So thank y'all so much if you guys have been watching. If you haven't yet, please go ahead and subscribe, turn on the notification bell so that you always know when I upload. And listen, today I'm not alone. I got me a guest over here. We got whatchamacallit? We got Pimple Williams right here. Say hello now. Say hello. Is the camera picking her up? We gon' focus on you, baby. Can you focus? We gon' focus on Pimple Williams that decided to go ahead and make an appearance at the reunion that don't nobody invited her to come. You know what I'm saying? This is ridiculous. I am 30 years old. Why am I breaking out? Why is my skin breaking out at 30 years old? At a certain point, we got to grow up. Yeah, now? Don't be shy now, girl. Go ahead and say hello to the people. Why am I breaking out at 30 years old? This is just like ridiculous. I find this unacceptable. But alas, here we are. So me and Pimple Williams, we're gonna be reviewing Love is Blind Season 9, the reunion that I know is gonna give nothing and a half. Cause you know them people, they're not gonna ask no real questions. They're gonna waste my time like the entire cast been wasting my time. This entire season has been a waste of my time. It's been messy, it's been ridiculous. And I don't even blame them. I blame myself because it's me that's watching. Let's go ahead and watch it together, shall we? Wait, they got live performance money? All I know is y'all better have paid Homeless Joe enough money so he could afford him some housing. Okay, because y'all got Miles Smith about to sing Nice to Meet You live. Okay? All I know is y'all better have paid Homeless Joe enough money. Y'all better have paid what's his name? Single Dad Jordan enough money so that he could have him regular eggs for protein instead of making that chicken smoothie online. Okay, on my screen. That's all I know. Yeah, y'all better have paid whatchamacallit Madison enough money so that she can afford herself some support when she gets her Bartimaeus on. Okay, all I know is y'all better have paid Annie some money to be able to afford her some AA meetings and a new hairstylist to be able to adjust her hair clippings. Since y'all got money for live performance and outdoor setups. That's all I know. Okay? Netflix and them people down there at Love is Blind, that's all I know. Who else could use some money? Whatchamacallit? Y'all better have paid Ali enough money to afford some Botox. Since y'all got live performance money. Okay? Who else needs money? What's the other one? Y'all have better paid Anton some money. And hopefully that helped him go ahead and get some AA meetings together. Or if he didn't want to listen to my advice, hopefully at least he has him enough beer since Ali not gonna be down Ali not gonna be down his neck about how much he drinking as a man of God. Okay? That's all I know. That's all. I hope y'all done paid my good sis KB enough money so she could go ahead and exfoliate her lips after kissing all up on whatchamacallit, Giddy Edmond who be kissing the floors since y'all got live performance money. And I hope y'all done paid Giddy Edmond enough money to go ahead and get some therapy so he can unpack why KB wasn't saying something nice. Say something nice. Like, I hope y'all done paid my good boy some money since y'all got live performance money. That's all I know. Who the other people? Nick. Okay? I hope you don't pay high glucose whatchamacallit, Nick enough money so he can go ahead and speak to somebody about why he not trying to come out. This baby still trying to play hide and seek with the people of God. I hope that I pay them enough money so he can go ahead and get him some therapy and figure out why he's still trying to hide. Ain't nobody trying to seek him and this baby still hiding. Since y'all got live performance money. That's just all I hope. Who else? You got Patrick. Yeah, okay. I hope you don't pay Patrick enough money for his pain and suffering that the women of God done put him through. Cause you got Casey a blonde on the horizon who done broke his heart. Okay, disrespected him on national television while trying to climb and kiss all up on him. That's traumatic. I hope y'all done paid Patrick enough money since y'all got live performance money. Okay, that baby deserves to go ahead and get some reparations for everything I done put him through, for everything Anna done put him through, for everything Blonde on the Horizon done put him through. I hope y'all send me a check, okay, for traumatizing me on my couch and on my screen since y'all got live performance money. That's all I know. Who else in this cast? Because I don't even give a damn who the other people. Sparkle Megan got enough money. We ain't got to pay her any. Pay that lady her money, but she got enough money. Who else? Who the other couple people? Ain't no other couples. Ain't nobody else really a couple like that. But I hope you don't pay them people money. This baby thick with it. Okay. The green obviously is gonna sparkle. You got Sparkly Megan in a sparkly green dress. She look real thick with it. I'm not gonna lie to you. She look real thick with it. Okay. She been eating good. Okay, Jordan. Why Jordan lost weight? Yo, them smoothies working. Am I supposed to be going ahead and whatchamacallit, drinking my smoothie with the chicken in it? Why this baby done lost his weight? Jordan, am I supposed to be having chicken smoothie? Is that what I need to do? Because my territory being expanded. Like the Lord has expanded my territory, right? And sometimes some blessings you want and some blessings you do not want. You know what I'm saying? So maybe I might need to go ahead and blend me up a chicken and see how that's going to work out for me. Because our good brother done lost some weight. Okay, Ali. Did Ali get a boob job? Did Ali get a boob job? Because them girls are seated. Okay? I'm talking about firm in the Lord, firm foundation. Christ is my firm foundation. It's a firm foundation right here. Her tatas are standing tall. Okay, they're standing for the whatchamacallit, the singing of the national anthem. They're standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. They're standing ovation. They're doing all sorts of standing. They're just standing. Okay? Firm. Did our good sis get a boob job? Yes or not? She look good. Her dress kind of plain to me. Like I just wanted the girlies to kind of like, come a little extra with it. She look good though. She look good. Let's see. Anton, why you look like that? Anton, you could have put on a suit. Anton, this baby look like he just finished his shift driving down there at the whatchamacallit, at the truck. Because he a truck driver. He looked like he just finished driving down there the truck and he about to go ahead and meet his boys for like a beer or something. This outfit is not giving reunion. Okay, you're supposed to come a little stronger than this. What is going on? Anton, Jesus. Okay, KB. Did they tell them they all had to dress in sparkles? Why all the girls in dresses that got sparkles on it? Cause I get sparkly Megan, but like why I ain't got any other, type kind of fabric? Why we all got glitter and stuff on our dresses? Like what is going on? And KB thick with it too. KB done got thick. Okay, Giddy Edmond, what is this outfit? At least it ain't got so many patterns. This baby done chose a color and decided to go ahead and stick by it. It's a brown. This baby done gave us a little brown situation. Is it brown or is it a beige? It's some, and the brown shoes. Giddy Edmond not running, he not hopping, he not doing none of these things. He just walking regular. This is actually one of the better feats that I've seen Giddy Edmond in. I'm not gonna lie to you, because one thing about him, he gonna choose the flowers, he gonna choose all the patterns together. Does he have his comb on his head? Let's go ahead and play. Of course, he got the comb with it, but at least it's brown. Of course, he got the comb with it, but at least it's brown. What the hell? Joe, I told you to find a shelter and housing for your whole body. Why would you grow a mustache? Okay, to shelter your lip. Why would you grow a mustache to shelter your upper lip and not find housing for your whole body instead of terrorizing the women of God on my screen? Joe. Homeless Joe. You need shelter for your whole body. Not what? Why the mustache? Do I like the mustache? What the hell? No, I do not like the mustache. What the hell? Homeless Joe. What is going on? The shelter, your whole body needs a housing. Okay? We're just not going to cover the upper lip. You need shelter for your whole body. Okay? You need shelter for your whole body, not just your upper lip. What is going on with the mustache? Comment down below. How are we feeling about the mustache? Do I like the mustache? No, I do not. Why am I quite... Let's continue. And who in this audience, they dancing a little too hard for me, because I know I'm getting my little Barbiana on. But like, why y'all dancing this hard? Since y'all got live performance money, did y'all pay the people that's coming over here to fill up them seats? Netflix. Who else coming? Here go Madison with another sparkly dress. Why all of them giving like prom and... Why all them giving prom? Why all of them giving prom to me? But Madison done slimmed down. Madison done slimmed down a little bit, right? Madison done watched the way Joe was out here talking about how he liked them petite. And this baby probably went down there and met up with Jordan, was like, okay, go ahead and show me how to make the smoothie. You know, the chicken smoothie. And she did a couple rounds. And our good sis done slimmed down. You see the tone, where I done pause, y'all. The toning of her tummy, beautiful. Right now that she wasn't killing it to begin with, but it's like, our good sis was like, okay, I'm finna go ahead and, get that work in so I could slim down. Sis, don't let, what's his name? Homeless Joe. That's why he has a mustache. The only shelter he can afford is the shelter for his upper lip. You don't have to worry about Homeless Joe. Please. But why the sparkly dresses? It's just giving prom. It's not cute. It's cute, but it's not. Y'all are grown women. Why are we just Dang, she look good. Okay, Nick still got some hips on him. Okay, we got high glucose Nick. He got some hips on him still, and he got that that suit that's just giving What is the suit giving? Child, I can't think about what the suit is giving, but it ain't right. Anyways, the glucose goes on his hips is what I'm trying to let y'all know. But he here too. Oh Lord, Annie, you could have wore the sparkles like everybody else. What? What? Wherever they at, I feel like the girlies were afraid of tripping, because the way they were all walking, very just like calculated and very just like dainty with it. And it don't look right to me. I'm sorry. Her hair's still not done. Netflix, y'all did not pay her no money, I'm guessing. Yeah, y'all done used all the money for the little live band, and y'all ain't paid any no good money for her to go ahead and fix her hair. She don't look right. I don't like none of their sparkly dresses, but she came here in black. She looked like a bat. It looked crazy. This is
Sorry, baby. You look like a bat. You're wrong with that.
Let's continue. Not the chicken smoothie joke. Not they already started with the chicken smoothie joke. Let me come up with the jokes. What the hell, Nick Lachey? Yeah, Megan look thick. She look thick with it. I like thick Megan. I'm not gonna lie to you. I love me thick Megan.
So at the bachelorette party,
Why is that where we're starting? Like, I don't know. Shouldn't we have started maybe somewhere in the pods? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we went straight to the bachelor. Like, what? We got diabetes to talk about because you know Megan she gonna talk about diabetes now. We can't start there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why are we starting? I don't know. We're just here's my thing with it. We just started the conversation about how things ended. I feel like I would have loved to see, them ask a little bit more about the connection and how they even started before they jump into how and why things ended, right? Y'all done spent, what, 4 minutes, with the live performance, and as soon as these people sit down, it's like, okay, why y'all broke up? Can we at least discuss what the relationship was like? Can we discuss that part a little bit? Like, what, you know what I'm saying? Like, why y'all gotta be negative? Like, why she broke up with you. Okay, can we at least talk about the relationship that we saw a little bit? Comment down below. Like, is it just me?
I mean, she's right here. Why don't we ask her?
Oh,
yeah,
now she's right here. Why don't we ask her? What? Jordan, you still mad? You still mad about this? Dang, you ain't got no. This baby said I ain't got no feelings. She broke up with me, so go ahead and ask her, please. Don't ask me no dumb questions. She broke up with me. Whatever you think the reason is, you gonna find out from her. Okay? This baby said I don't give a damn.
But, I've dated potential in the past.
Not calling him potential. I've dated potential in the past. I'm not trying to potential not a damn thing. I wasn't trying to potential not a damn thing. It was a lifestyle. It was a lifestyle. I'm finna leave it alone. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be like, I'm not trying to be crazy with this statement, but like an accelerated dating experience like this, I just don't think it's safe to have your child, right, be a part of that. I just don't think it's safe to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think it's safe to do that. So if you are willing to, put yourself in a position where you could move in with like somebody that's a complete stranger, because let's keep it about, you could talk to somebody all this time, in the pods, but like you don't really know them. You don't know them, which is what we've seen. All these people that will declare their love and this person is my person, this person is doing the things and whatever the case is, as soon as they get into the real world, things often break off, right? Because as much as you people are talking in the pods, you still don't know these people. These people are still strangers. So to then, introduce a stranger to you, but then introduce that stranger to your child, to your young child, I just don't think that's wise. I don't think so. I'm not saying single parents do not deserve love. I just don't want them to find it blindly and then exposing their innocent child to a random person who could be a weirdo for all we know. Right? Comment down below. That's not something that sits well with me. So I'm curious as to how she gonna feel about it, because she was ready to be, a stepmama to Lucas with the diabetes because her daddy had diabetes. She just was like, it was a bit much. So let's see how she actually felt about it.
That one hurt.
Like, I get that could feel like that hurts. Like, oh, I wish he didn't meet my son. But also, yeah, no. I really wish he hadn't let you meet his son. Like, yeah, you know. So I'm glad she's not taking it to be like, oh, he think I'm a bad person. I'm glad she's not taking it as such. But like, yeah, no, he shouldn't have let you meet his son. He shouldn't have. Nobody should be introducing strangers to their children. Absolutely not. But comment down below and let me know. He about to clarify some things. Let's see what he gonna clarify. Like, what did you mean by that? Because to me, you were clear.
At his age, stability is very important.
It had nothing to do with you. Stability is important to kids. I agree. Because now you got Luca all excited that, Megan was going to be coming over here, buying him all kinds of things. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then she gone. You're a great person, but also my child should just not be meeting people randomly in my life that gonna be, coming in and out. No, stability is important for what? For children. And yes, Megan is not no weirdo, but safety to me is paramount. Safety is the first biggest thing for me that I'd be concerned about.
She wasn't sure that she was cut out to be a mother.
I hated that Megan said that about herself. I feel like emotions may have been super high at that moment. But like, if you remember me saying like, girl, you gonna be great. You gonna, someday, if you ever have your own kids, like, you're gonna be great. Like, you're not gonna struggle. You're gonna figure out like what motherhood can look like for you, right? There's no shame in like taking your kids to Aspen with you if that's the lifestyle that you have and that's the lifestyle that you want to offer to your child. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with having nannies to support. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. A village, these days can look like family members, but a village can also look like, hired support. Like, I was a nanny for a very long time to different families, but like particularly one family that I was a nanny for till this day, like, we're very close, right? Like, their children that I helped, wash, that I helped, raise to some degree. There were flower girls at my wedding and things like that. Like, we've actually maintained a really, really great rapport with the family and whatnot, right? So a village these days, when it comes to like, family and like, kids and stuff like that, can look differently. And motherhood doesn't mean like you have to be the person like staring at your kids like 24 hours, like, no. Or being the only one that's like playing with them the whole time, like, no. Sometimes motherhood can look like, you have a nanny coming in and supporting, you have maybe a night nurse coming in and supporting, like all those different things that if you're able to offer to your children because you have a little bit more access, like, there's nothing wrong with that. And I don't, I really hope that she's grown from that mindset. I hope that it was just like a moment of like high emotion, that it wasn't a thing of like, oh, like, I'm finna be a bad mom. Like, no, absolutely not. Like, motherhood, you're gonna be a mother on your own terms. And so long as like your kids know you love them and you do your best, like, you're gonna be. So far, Jordan seems to speak so highly of Megan, and Megan seems to speak so highly of, Jordan. So I think both of them are handling, this little breakup. Although Jordan looks a little mad to me sometimes, but I think the two of them are handling the breakup in a way that's just like, very respectful and nothing like, weird or anything like that. It was a very emotional day and I was questioning a lot of things. I just paused because y'all know I cannot play everything, but it was a very emotional day. I was just questioning a lot of things. I'm glad. Good for you, Megan Sparkle. Go ahead and sparkle in your life and carry on and go to Aspen, play tennis with your kids. Do whatever you got to do, child. Not a surprise.
I am a mom now.
That explains that. I knew that baby was thick. Dang. She a mom? Wait a minute. Wait, what? Clearly not with Jordan. She not, right? Because that baby got a vasectomy. Okay. She found, is it Mike? Wait a minute. Hold on. Dang. She a mom. Mamacita, she a mom. Oh, I just paused. It says I had a baby boy 2.5 months ago. Okay, girl. That explains the thick. That explains the thick. Okay, now you carrying it well, Megan. Like, don't lose the weight. Like, keep this on, child. Thick Megan is, whoo. We love to see it. Now she a mom, Mamacita.
He's amazing.
Good for you. Good for you. You were meant to be a mom. You know, good for you, Megan. Okay, now. So what was the dream that your sister was having that the daddy done came to her in a dream? Right? Remember how Martin Luther King had a dream? And Joseph in the Bible went ahead and had a dream that done landed him in prison? Your sister done said she had a dream, and your daddy, who had diabetes, done told her in the dream that, oh my gosh, he has a son, right? So what was that dream? Y'all either be lying or y'all just do the, yeah. What was that dream? Because clearly it wasn't Jordan. This baby now has a child of her own. Now with Jordan. So the diabetes ain't had nothing to do with nothing. What was the dream? Like we gotta ask the question. Like, what was it? If I was the host, I would just be messy. So, like, sister, what was the dream that you had? Because clearly this ain't how it panned out. You know what I'm saying? Who called? Not the daddy is here. Not the daddy is here. Who is the daddy? It's going to say Paul. Who Paul? Is that somebody new? Okay, now let's see Paul. Okay, Paul. Okay, Paul. Paul has money. Listen. Listen. Paul has, I'm telling you this right now, Paul has money. Look at him. Paul has money. You know how I know this baby bald? Okay? One thing about rich white men, they do not have time to be out here taking care of their head. They be bald the whole time. Okay? This baby said, I'm using my brain to make money. I'm using my brain to do some things, maybe, you know, that's right for the people of God or not. But I'm using my whole head to go ahead and make this money. So I ain't got no time to be growing no hair. I'm using my head to raise money. I'm using my head to grow money. Y'all little kids are trying to grow your hair. I'm trying to use my head to grow some money. This baby, he got money. And then the editor's gonna pin all the way to whatchamacallit, to Jordan. Why y'all messy? Jordan got to be, you got to be happy for her now. You got to go ahead and be happy for her. Paul, listen. Paul got that money. I'm telling y'all right now, if y'all maybe were on TikTok and maybe know what Paul does for a living and the things, because, you know, people be investigating some things, y'all comment down below and let me know. But this baby look like he got money. Look at the shape of that head. It's giving money moves. This baby got money. He not playing these games with y'all. Y'all out here trying to grow your head. This baby growing some money.
Paul and I got introduced through a mutual friend.
So you had this. Some of your friends are diabolical. You had this baby go ahead and go on Love is Blind on my screen, right? Meanwhile, you have Paul on the side that you could have been introduced her mutually the whole time. So you had this baby crying on my screen over her daddy having diabetes and Luca having diabetes, and then single dad Jordan ignoring her, not talking to her when they're at the house. You had her go through all this. Mind you, you have Paul on the side. Bald Paul. You have bald Paul on the side. That you could have been introduced her mutually for them to have their kid last year. So this baby won't end up on my screen trying to find her love blindly and weeping about diabetes the whole doggone time. That ain't right. 3 months into dating, this baby was like, yeah, we just gonna Dang. 3 months? Dang, Love is Blind really be making y'all forget how timing works, huh? You done came from an experience for Love Blindly. And then you gonna go and have your coochie be crossed into and have this man leave his luggage within 3 months? Yeah, after Love is Blind, I feel like y'all be forgetting the concept of time. That's not the timing of the Lord. Like, that is fast. Good Lord. And what ups and downs y'all been had? Because you can't just say the ups and the downs. Like, what are the ups and the downs? You got to share with the people, oh God. Look at her pregnant. She look gorgeous. Everything is sparkly. The crib is sparkling. The walls are sparkling. Everything is sparkling. Jordan, you need to thank the Lord that this baby done broke up with you, because ain't no way you would have been able to afford Megan and her offsprings. Okay, with the budget that you have, that you cannot even afford the eggs. You guys to go ahead and do the chicken smoothie on the side every morning. You guys to thank the Lord that this baby done ended things with you, because that crib alone, it looked pricey. It sure do look pricey. Congratulations, Megan. And I really do like how she just like said, being put in the limelight like that, with Love is Blind, and obviously not having people even going down to Jordan's, Instagram, trying to just like share some things about her, whatever the case is. Like, I I think she did really well by keeping that pregnancy to herself and keeping her child to herself. But her having the pregnancy to herself, to focus on herself, focus on her new man who's bald and rich, whatchamacallit, I think that was wise. Because again, all the commentary of people online, and the things, and all the visibility, like, to be pregnant and have the world know that you're pregnant, and then have people to be commenting on that probably would have, been a little bit more stressful. So I am very glad that she opted to just like have, this moment be private for her, her family, and her friends, and not just have, to share it with the world as, it was happening in real time. You know what I'm saying? So she tried dating Mike too in the outside world, and it just never gave. Fair enough, because Mike just offered money, and it's like she already has money. Like, he never really offered much else. And so, like, after she already didn't choose you in the pods, and then when you saw her at the meetup with everybody else, she was like, I'm still very much happy with my decision, to go with Jordan. And you still wanted to take her out on a date. I'm just kind of like, Mike, are you not embarrassed? Like, are you, what I'm saying? Like, are you not embarrassed a little bit? Because I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed for you, Mike. Like, you could have just been gone. Because at that point, it just feels almost like an ego thing. Like, I'm going to try to just like, you didn't pick me. I'm going to do my best to just like be a part of your life, and just like get a chance at you that you never really gave me. To me, that just feels like a pride thing, and not like an actual, like, oh, I really, really, really like Megan like that. I'm so glad that all of them can really almost like agree, like, yeah, Blake's genuinely felt like a good person. Even on the camera, it rang that Blake was, he seemed to be like a stand-up guy. Like, the way he was even dating Anna, he was really intentional with Anna. And when Anna left and he knew that he really wasn't gonna get there with Megan, he wasted no time in just like ending things with Megan. Now, granted, he should have said something to Megan. I don't like how he just left. I don't like how Anna just left and just like ghosted these people that they were dating, Patrick and Megan and stuff. But I cannot tell you how much I respected him for being like, you know what, if it's not Anna, then I'm finna go ahead and be gone. The reason why I dragged Patrick as long and as hard as I dragged Patrick was because Patrick, instead of just gathering his belongings and leaving, this baby decided to go ahead and stay on my screen and extend TV time for whatchamacallit, what's her name? Casey, a blonde on the horizon. I cannot tell you how much that pissed me off. So to have Blake just leave, I respect that. And the fact that the entire cast can be like, you know, Blake genuinely feels like a really nice guy. He's a really cool guy. And some of the girlies even are nodding and they're agreeing. You could still see it on the screen. So for those of you that be like, oh, it's just editing, it's just editing. Yes, editing can play a role in trying to tell a story. But sometimes when people are genuinely just like good people, it can also be shown. Right? We can't just always blame things on editing. When you are a genuinely stand-up guy or stand-up girl, like, it's gonna show. It's just gonna show. Not the blonde on the horizon was the one that knew.
We have lots of questions.
Do you have lots of questions for Casey? Cause y'all always about to piss me off. Are you guys gonna hold Casey accountable? Are you guys gonna actually have her acknowledge the way that she handled the breakup? Are you guys gonna ask her about the boyfriend that she had back at the home waiting for her? Okay? Are we gonna address all those things? Are we gonna address the fact that she kept turning things, you know, to Honeyville whenever she didn't get her way and whenever, you know, regular conversation wasn't working? Are we gonna address all those things? Because y'all don't be asking real questions. Why Patrick always looking sad, y'all? Like, Patrick always look like his feelings are hurt the whole time. Oh my God.
No.
Freaking out. Go and jump on him again and start kissing him. Because the cameras are on. Go and jump on him. Go. Jump on him and start making out again, Casey. A blonde on the horizon.
Slightly hurtful.
Patrick. I mean, I don't like a guy that would do too much. But I also want him to name his feelings. That was not slightly hurtful. If I was hurt on my couch seeing it on my screen, you should have been a little bit more hurt, not slightly hurtful. Like, don't stop undermining your own feelings, right? It could explain why these girlies speak up on it and they come over here, disrespect you and undermine your feelings. Because you have this as a tendency. Say the things. You don't have to be mean about it. But that was disrespectful. That was disheartening. That was dishonest. It wasn't slightly hurtful. That was very hurtful. And then you got her interjecting. I don't think it was... Girl.
It broke my heart seeing it.
It broke your heart. Casey, so it was your own heart that was broken. You that was over here trying to mountain climb on this man, kissing up on him after you done called him essentially ugly without saying the words. You have a face that only a mother could love. I don't like dumplings like that. I don't like drunk men. I don't like none of that. I don't like the Asian. Like, I don't do that. Okay, my brother and them, they like them, you know, the Asian spots. I don't do that. The whole time I'm mountain climbing and trying to kiss up on this man. He said it was slightly hurtful. And then you got the nerve to say it broke your heart? How you the victim, blonde on the horizon? Is it crack, Casey? Is it crack?
I mean, all I wanted to do was protect you.
Protect. So it was protection. You had your lips, you had your lips all over this man. You had your arms all over his neck. You had your legs wrapped around him, knowing good and well you were breaking up with him. Knowing good and well, 45 minutes ago, you done told the producers that, like, this baby, I don't like what he looked like. That, At this point, I will switch places with whatchamacallit, Madison. I'm finna go ahead and get my blindness now. That's how the face I'm gonna keep looking at. You told the producers all that. And you mean to tell me that was to protect and serve? Oh my God. Casey, are you okay? Like, what? What? That was to protect. That's how you protect the man of God.
In this high pressure again timeline.
Jordan is a mess. Why this baby got a word salad going on? And here come Jordan.
that I don't.
Jordan is a lot of us because, girl, what the hell? Like, what are we talking about? High pressure environment. It's a high pressure cooker. Like, it's just things that are high pressure on the horizon for me as a blonde on the horizon. What? Jordan is in there fighting for his virginity. Okay? Try not to, cackle and laugh out loud. What the hell, Casey? Every day, this woman is committed to making the stereotype about blondes to be true. Just nothing up here. Not a damn thing.
The ring thing is so weird, though.
Ali, shut the hell up. Shut the hell up, Ali. Go ahead, shut the hell up. I'm going to need for you to shut the hell up. It's a principles thing. I don't give a damn if that ring was whatchamacallit, free from Netflix or from... I don't give a damn what the ring came from. He gave it to her. If you don't want to marry him, give the ring back. Okay? It's a principles thing. Don't let all them plastic from the Botox and the things make its way to your brain. It's a principles thing. So shut it all the way down. Shut it all the way up. Introduce your lips to each other right now. Plan a silent date, okay, for your lips right now. It's a principles thing. You return based on principle. It's a weird thing, like Netflix thing, and you can't claim. He could claim whatever he could claim because it's a principles thing. Somebody gave you a ring because the hope is that we're going to get married up out of this. You do not want to get married to the person, you give the ring back. It's a principles thing. So shut it all the way up, Alini. Shut it. I know you cannot introduce your titties together because they're freshly, done. But your lips, introduce them. Silent date. Jordan just asked, why keep it? Because what was the reason? Alini, what was the reason? Shut it up, girl. Shut it up. Can't tell me I could keep it. Even your voice don't want to be a part of you, girl. That's how nasty your spirit is. Can't tell me I could keep it. That voice fighting just to escape up out of your throat. So nasty down there. He tell me I go keep it. Because he was under the impression that when you guys make it to Denver, you guys are going to continue the dating. You guys are going to continue the relationship. You guys are going to continue the engagement. You may not be on the show, but you guys are still going to continue dating and you guys are going to continue the engagement. That's why he would have told you to keep the ring, because he didn't know you were breaking up with him, because you did not break up with him. You talked around in circles, circle of life. You just talked and talked and talked around in circles. Mountain climbed this man, kissed all up on him with your blonde lips on the horizon, and then climbed on top. Like, are you slow? What the hell? He told you could keep it because he was under the impression that you guys were not breaking up, because that breakup was the most confusing breakup I've ever seen in my life. Now, Patrick should have had his senses together and put two and two together on the side. However, comma period, it was not that clear. Just long.
I thought we were too.
I thought we were too. Casey, you thought... Oh my Lord. You thought you were gonna try things with him in Denver, but somehow refused to give him your phone number because you were like, how you gonna find me? You ain't got my phone number. Mind you, you know your phone number by heart. You got my Instagram though. You could go ahead and follow me on Instagram. Give me that little extra 1 follower. But I'm not gonna give you my number. You kept saying no. You did not see the attraction growing at all. But somehow you're going to sit on my screen and let us know that you too thought that you guys are going to try to make it work in Denver. Girl, Like, nothing. You may be a blonde on the horizon, but your brain is not on the horizon, beloved. You need to go ahead and locate your brain and plug that baby in so it could start working expeditiously. Expeditiously? Is expeditiously a word? You need to go ahead and plug your brain so it could start working as soon as possible. ASAP. 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 Not the Rocky. ASAP. Immediately. And notice how she's contradicting herself. Oh, when we left the lobby, I knew I still wanted to try. But when he asked for a conversation, I told him that I wasn't going to be able to give him the answers that he wants because my emotions are so heightened. Okay. So if you wanted to keep things going, you wanted to keep things trying, right? Post the whole whatchamacallit, the whole weird breakup conversation thing that you guys had at the lobby. If you had wanted that, then why would the answer that you would give to him be different than what he would have wanted to hear? Because what he wanted to hear was that we're going to go to Denver and keep trying. If your answer was going to be different from what he would have wanted to hear, that means your answer was not the same as his, which means that you wasn't willing to try to make the relationship work. So why sit over here and lie and try to make this person look like he is imagining these things? If what you wanted to tell him was not going to be what he wanted to hear, and we know what he wanted to hear is that we're going to go back to Denver and try. You said you needed at least 3 to 5 business days to calm down your emotions as a blonde on the horizon so that by Tuesday, you could be able to tell him what he wants to hear. So that means what you wanted to say is not what he wanted to hear. And what he wanted to hear was that y'all was going to go to Denver and try. The opposite of going to Denver and trying is going to Denver and not trying, which was your stance the whole time. But you sitting over here lying through the blondes on the horizon wig that you got going on. Casey, even if you were Microsoft, you would not excel.
What's up, ex-wifey, as a joke.
So now you're going to police him for making a joke of like ex-wife. You. Patrick, this is why you have to say your feelings and stand by them. Because the way these girlies are comfortable just like gaslighting and disrespecting you, I think that's partly because of the aura that you give. Like you undermine your own feelings, which is why it makes them feel comfortable to undermine your feelings, to undermine the ways in which they disrespect you. Because now she's going to hold you to the fire for making a joke of like, hey, ex-wife. And
Like, say, hey, I'm sorry.
that's it. Because now we're trying to hang up on like, you call me ex-wife. Whether he meant it jokingly or not, is being called an ex-wife an insult? Comment down below, let me like, is that really where that's where we're going to land? Shut it up. I should have handled things differently. Shut it up. That's it. I should have been clearer. Oh, I was trying to protect and serve. I was trying to do that. Protect. And it's not by force to find somebody attractive. I'm happy she didn't drag this man to freaking Mexico or wherever it is that they went, only to make him feel, even more terrible about himself. I'm happy she didn't do that. But the way she handled things, hugging up on him, kissing up on him, while, knowing good and what you're trying to end things, that just was uncalled for. This is not working out for me. I don't think this is going to work. I really am so sorry. We should part our ways. Simple. You had this man looking stupid on national television. Just say, I should have handled things differently. That's all.
I loved you in the pods.
Even
we
though
had
he's
that.
a distant second.
Of course. You were a second, like, if this is the pods, girl, you was in Yemen. Okay? Yugoslavia. That's not even a country anymore. But that's where you were, a distant second. Ex-wife. That's why you're gonna hang up on. That's why you're gonna hang up on. Please be quiet. Now, Patrick, you should have taken your behind home. I've already said that you should have pulled a Blake, taken your behind home. But we're not gonna let this blonde on the horizon with a missing brain come over here and try to terrorize you further online for the people of God. No. You should have handled things differently and leave it at that. That's it, that's all. And that was part of the experiment, even though I don't agree, but that was part of the experiment. She left on day 5. I was with you till day 10. He shouldn't have been. He shouldn't have been, Patrick, now. But that was still part of the experiment. How about that? Blonde on the horizon. You were a distant second. Okay? Yemen second. Bangladesh second. What else is further from the US? Zambia second. South Africa second. Okay? Uganda second. Are you mad? Is it crack?
No, you're a good person.
No, she's not. She's not a good person. Patrick, stop undermining your feelings. She's not a good person. Please. You do not have to call her anything but a child of God, but we don't also have to call her a good person. She is not. She trying to gaslight. She trying to disrespect. She trying to stalk. She trying to do all sorts of things. Please. Nobody should be sending her or anybody no death threats online. Y'all be really weird and just like lame and corny for that. Like, y'all really need to go ahead and touch grass. For real. You had a man on the side at your house that was waiting for you to see whether this experiment was going to work or not. So by that measure, you probably had him like your little side piece. So if whatever TikTok done called you a side piece, and you was out here mountain climbing and kissing up on this man, refused to give the ring, gave him the runaround, so what? He gets to be petty once. Blonde on the horizon. Now, is Patrick still undermining his own feelings? Oh, this is not for me, it's for you. No. She owes you an apology, and it's okay to just stand by that. Are you afraid of white people? Are you afraid of people in general? Are you afraid of white people? Like, what is it with Patrick and just like locating the spine and making it stand tall? What is it with you? Like, are you allergic to your own spine? Like, use it. Stand up. You do not have to call her out her name. But this whole babying and babysitting that you're doing with her, no. That's why she feels comfortable talking about, oh, like, you call me a distant second. You call me an ex-wife. You call me a side, like, and you had me looking stupid online. Like, so what if I got petty too?
That was an emotional response.
So even this, you're trying to drag this moment just to justify not apologizing for the fact that you handled things poorly in breaking up with this man. That's all this is about. But you see the amount of things, like you're doing a whole lot of just like, I'm talking about even Simone Biles has never done this much gymnastics in her entire life. And she's the GOAT of gymnastics. You were trying to move the goalpost. Apologize. I shouldn't have handle the breakup the way that I did. It was insensitive. It was immature. It was childish. I should have just been honest. But you did this, and then you did this, and then you did this, and he did, and so what? An emotional response. You hurt my feelings, and in a moment of emotional response, I reacted in a way that was poor. I deleted it. I shouldn't have done it. I deleted it. Where is your apology? Is it on the horizon? Like, is your apology over here? Like, let's just look. My God. Every time, I just gotta be searching for things. Every time. Y'all done turn me into Dora the Explorer on my couch. Every time I got to be looking for things. It ain't here.
I
am so sorry.
Finally. All this runaround.
I have the ring with me.
It's totally yours if you want. Like, it's giving, you know, you want to come to the store with me? Sure, if you want me to. Like, do you want to give the ring back? Like, Casey, you are the most insufferable person in this entire season. I swear to God.
Do you think I should have it back?
So annoying. And notice how the host did not press her for nothing. Every time I paused, I had more of a comeback than the two of them combined.
100% accept your apologies.
That was not an apology. Like, that was like you had to go ahead and kung fu. Like, you had to kung fu, you had to taekwondo, you had to kick. Like, you had to do all sorts of gymnastics and all sorts of fighting for your life and fighting for your virginity to get her to say, I'm sorry. I guess I'm sorry. You did this, you did that, you did that, you did this, you did that, but I guess I'm sorry. Like, that was not an apology. Like, yeah. Patrick, get off my screen. They got a basket. Who Chris Paul? Who Chris Paul be dating? Because one thing about me, I only know them athletes based on who they dating. So you got Sierra's husband. That's Russell, right? That's Sierra's husband. You got the kid that's dating Taylor Swift. What's that? What's his name? Okay. Who else I know? Somebody else. Stefan Diggs. That's Cardi B's second baby daddy. Who the other one? Who this baby date? Because I don't know who this man is. Sorry to this man. I do not know who this man is. Who he married to? Who is his baby moms? Like, who is he? Right? Who is he so I could know? And y'all got money to bring even him in the audience? And y'all still ain't paid them. So now they're going to play basketball? Okay. They're really trying to make these reunions like a whole production that ain't really got nothing to do with these people answering the damn questions that they need to be answered. Like, oh my Lord, let's see them shoot.
You make it, you get the ring back.
Now, Patrick don't fall for his entire life. He don't fall for his virginity. Got the ring back, and they're going to put the ring on the whatchamacallit, on the stake again for them to play for it. You know this baby going to lose. You know he going to lose. So she scored her third one. Let's see how Patrick going to do, child. Patrick done missed the first shot. This baby about to lose this ring again. Like, Patrick, take the ring and go home, my Lord. Oh, he scored the second one, y'all. He fighting for this ring. He scored the second one. Who calling? Go to voicemail. He missed the third shot. So now who gonna get the ring? Let's continue. Casey done scored the shot. Is Patrick gonna make it? Let's find out on Love is Blind, the reunion. Patrick, the baby seal, done shot a shot. Who gonna take the ring now? Or we gonna keep going at this on my screen on a reunion where nobody's asking the real questions? We now playing games with the basketball player whose fiance, wife, baby moms I do not know of. Who Chris Paul? Casey takes one more shot on this here episode of Love is Blind the reunion. Will Patrick the baby seal score yet another shot at taking the ring home? Let's find out coming up. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our winner. We have Casey the blonde on the horizon who scores the final win as Baby Seal lost his last shot. Will he give the ring back, yes or not? Let's find out next.
I'll give it back to her in Denver.
Wait, why why Patrick said I'll give you the ring back in Denver? One thing about Patrick, he gonna have a little bit of that petty just tucked in on the side. Since I had to go ahead and go to Denver to find out that you was trying to play in my face, you will get the ring in Denver. Like that was petty.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, here.
Patrick gives the ring back. Somebody please love on Patrick. Like Patrick deserves love. Like Patrick, he do deserve love. He do deserve respect. He do deserve compassion. Like the way he's been showing it to these girlies is just like somebody love on somebody go ahead and love on my man.
Is there anyone else you had an attraction to?
Is there anybody is there anybody that you had an attraction to in the pod squad thing? Why Joe's face kind of look a little funny? It's Joe. It is homeless Joe. It is homeless Joe. It is homeless, y'all. It is homeless Joe. And you know how I know it's homeless Joe? Because whoever the cameraman is, done panned to Madison. Okay? And I'm talking about this baby's eyesight has been cleared. Her eyes are open and she's like, it is homeless Joe. It is homeless Joe. This is a mess. It is homeless Joe. Because remember, he liked them, whatchamacallit, rather petite. And a blonde on the horizon don't be having food on the horizon. Okay? You have Bartimaeus Madison over here who's just like her eyes have opened. For the first time ever, there is clarity in her eye and she's like, let me see how you gonna get up out of this question. It is homeless Joe. Of course it's homeless Joe. Like, come on.
Edmund, you dirty dog.
Edmund done said, not me, girl. Like, not me. Because I like them chocolate. Okay? I like them KB style, please. Not me. Don't do that. Okay? The only coochie I'm going to cry for is going to be brown coochie. That's not, I will not have a meltdown over vanilla coochie. That's not what we're trying to do over here. Absolutely not. Okay? That's not nice. Like, say something nice. Like, He liked them chocolate. He could not be Edmund. Okay? And the ways in which, whatchamacallit, Single Dad Jordan was laughing earlier, not Jordan either. Jordan has too much sense in his head to get together with a blonde on the horizon that's Casey. Jordan has way too much sense than that. So the only person, okay, homeless Joe. Because mind you, the reason why this baby grew that mustache is because his upper lip needed a shelter. He could not secure a shelter with home. He could not secure himself a shelter with Section 8, House of Representatives, the House of God, House of CB. He couldn't secure himself some housing. So the least he could do for shelter was grow a mustache so his upper lip at least So at least his upper lip could have a little bit of shelter. Okay? And for the rest of his body, of course, he gonna go to the blonde on the horizon, hoping he could get a couple nights to sleep there. Because one thing about homeless Joe, he gonna pipe somebody down for housing. It is homeless Joe. Let's find out.
Joe, are you hiding behind your stash?
Ah!
It's not big enough,
Joe, are you hiding behind your stash? Is crazy. Vanessa, you are crazy. I've been knowing these things. And the way Madison is fuming, because you know Madison be getting mad at things that's just like random. In Mexico, she got mad that this baby got drunk. She got mad the last time. Like, Madison gonna get mad at anything, and now she fuming, y'all. She fuming. One thing about homeless Joe, he gonna end up in situations and he gonna exit. Like, cannot commit to no housing, cannot commit to no headboard, cannot commit to no lease. He cannot commit to a damn thing. Month and a half and it done fizzled out. What that mean?
Affected my engagement.
How? How that connection affect your engagement? Beloved, this baby ain't like you. From the past, he ain't like you. When he saw you, he ain't like you.
Casey was giving me googly eyes.
No, beloved, no. Oh my God, Bartimaeus, whatchamacallit, Madison, stop. Girl, there is not a damn thing that Casey could have been did. If Joe wanted to be with you, Joe would have been with you. Oh, she didn't get googly eye. She had the paws on me and did the things. No. This baby ain't want to be with you. It was only his actions or inactions that led to y'all's breakup. Don't get me to defending whatchamacallit, the blonde on the horizon. I know it's natural to wanna find a way to explain some things away, right? Like to explain some things off, like it's maybe because of this, but sometimes things are just what they are. This man didn't want to be with you. It's a hard pill to swallow. It's an annoying thing to think about, but this man just did not want to be with you. And that's it. And it's okay for you to be upset because now that you've watched the show, you can see that maybe she is more his speed. She's more petite. Right? And that's okay for that to hurt your feelings. But it's also unnecessary for you to start making the connections that it's because of this that this happened. No. He broke things off with you because he has issues with commitment and he just did not like you. That is all independent of the googly eyes that may or may not have happened. Which if she's saying happened, maybe it did because again, knowing Joe, he probably was drunk and didn't even remember what was happening, knowing him.
I don't even know if I knew.
He was like, I don't even know if I knew they were dating. I just came to a pool party. Like, come on, leave this man alone.
I was trying to get the clarity.
So after you guys sat on the couch, you still wanted to get more clarity. This baby told you he didn't want to be with you. You still went out for drinks trying to get more clarity. Clarity on what?
Started making out and
What?
tearing up.
So this man breaks up with you without clarity. You seek out the clarity for the first time, he ain't had no clarity for you. You go out for the second time for drinks, he's saying there was an argument, you saying it wasn't an argument, it was a conversation about clarity that you still were not clear on. But after that conversation, you still had this man put his lips that was unclear on your lip? Beloved, Madison, shame as a mustard seed. Shame at least half the size of a mustard seed. Like dignity. A little dignity will go a long way. Why was that man's lip on your lip? You ain't had no clarity, not once, not twice. Even your eyes are still not clear, but you were still trying to find clarity with Joe. He still did not give you clarity, but you decided to go ahead and exchange saliva with a man that wasn't clear? Madison. Shame as a mustard seed. Really. You got to have it. Like, I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed, and those not my lips. My lips is dry right now. I need to hydrate. Okay? I'm embarrassed.
Probably shouldn't have started making out.
We probably shouldn't have started making out. You got Joe laughing. The audience is laughing. People behind him are laughing. Madison, you should be embarrassed. Really.
Speak about my body.
In what way did he speak about your body? Because I remember the question they had asked. I think we didn't hear the question, but his answer was like, typically I've gone for more petite women, and she's a little bit more on the heavier side. Did he use the word heavy? I don't know what word he used.
Larger physique.
Why is that unacceptable? I am heavier than you right now. I'm heavier than, I'm heavier than Alini. I'm heavier than, the other girl. That is a statement of fact. I don't think he ever insulted, like, her body is unattractive, like, he has his preference. And that's hurtful to hear, right? But it is hurtful to hear because, like, okay, you want to make sure that the person that you're dating, the person that you're with, finds you attractive for sure. But he didn't say anything insulting about your body. Comment down below if what I'm saying makes sense, right? Like, it's his preference that he goes for more petite women, sure. You don't want to hear that, right? That could be hurtful, yes. But he didn't say anything insulting, at least not the way that I remember. They asked him, like, is she your usual type? No, typically I've dated women that are a little bit more petite. And she's a little bit more on the, I don't know what word he had used, but he never said that was bad. They were talking about preference. They were talking about people he's dated in the past. And you are just not that, right? He wasn't attracted to her for sure. He likes more petite women for sure. But he never insulted the way she looked.
Your words carried weight, Joe.
And I see what she's saying as far as, like, whenever we start talking about looks, people are already going to judge us online for sure. And maybe he just shouldn't have said that. He could have kept it a little bit more cute, like, oh, I date all kinds of people, just giving like a politician answer. Yes, there's always room to do that and just be a little bit more calculated, a little bit more, have a little bit more decorum with the way you answer certain things.
Deeply apologize, but that is not what I was going for. I'm very sorry about it.
We had high glucose Nick addressing Kate. Remember how in all of my reviews I said the reason why he had ended things with her was like, oh, she don't love the Lord or whatever the case is, and that's why he ended things with her. So now he's saying he tried to use faith to control the situation, and the whole time he had just wanted to be with Annie. I don't really believe it, but if that's a story he's willing to tell, that's a story that he's willing to tell.
And I'm so sorry.
He's very apologetic. Like Nick, one thing about Nick, he gonna apologize. He apologized for the things. He apologized for how things came across. He just apologized. Like this baby just like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to all y'all. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm very sorry. He's sorry.
Trying to find your person.
Girl, he already broke up with you. Like, why are you so committed to defending Nick? Like, no. Yes, it was a very intense experience, but like not everybody was rushing to say I love you. Nick was very much love bombing. You don't have to. No. You didn't rush. Nobody else rushed. Like, no.
You can throw me under the bus too.
And even he's like, okay, you could throw me under the bus. So girl, you ain't got to defend me like that hard. Like, like, come on. But I appreciate Annie just like, even for the sake of the little times that we did have together, if this is really how she feels, I appreciate her just kind of like not coming and just being like, because online people have been calling him all sorts of names. I call him, high glucose Nick. Like, it has to be a lot. It has to be a lot. So I appreciate her just being like, okay, let me ease up on this man. But even he's like, okay, throw me under the bus. So girl, it wasn't good. I was doing too much. Like, even he can admit he was doing too much. It's okay for you to admit that he may have been doing a little bit more too much. But if Annie gonna be sober and she gonna be kind to this man, we gonna take it. Thank you, Annie, child. Thank you.
Let's talk about the love bombing. I'm not denying it.
Nick, I appreciate you. Thank you for just owning this up and just being like, whether your apology is sincere or not, thank you for just being like, okay, I was doing a little too much in the pods. I'll take that. Y'all, the way it's been getting dark so fast, it's literally 4:24, child.
You like went into ChatGPT, looked up, pick up.
Not ChatGPT. ChatGPT is crazy, but he did come on very strong. I had said this in all my reviews. Go back. I said this in all my reviews. He did come off very strong.
Maybe it's performative too, though.
I had to go ahead and make me a sandwich. But one thing about Kate, she's not going to take no apology. One thing about Kate, she's decided that this guy is performative and there's no changing her mind. In Nick's defense, he said, the comment about like, oh, you just jumped to the top of my list. That one was like, day one.
Oh, on day one.
So it was like regular banter. This wasn't like legit, like he was, leading either her or any on. It just was a thing of like regular banter. Like, oh my gosh, you said something cute. You might be my wife or whatever the case is. That was regular banter. So I do have to give him that. He just clarified over here. But Kate not trying to hear no apology. If you want to ask for forgiveness, go ahead and ask the Lord for forgiveness. I do not care. The Lord gonna forgive you. I will not. It's performative. You've been performing since the pot. You gonna keep performing. I don't give a damn. She not trying to hear it at all. So you have Annie jumping in again to rescue. One thing about Annie, she gonna rescue she gonna rescue Nick. Does she have a point though, right? Because like they're dating in the pots, things are moving a little bit more fast. Is there a world in which where you're just like trying to figure things out and certain things just click for others and not the other, right? Yes and no, because again, they're here trying to find their person, so certain things could be magnified just because of timing. But in Nick's case, it just wasn't, like Kate said, it just wasn't that I love you. It was, I would love you till the end of time. I would, we'll be 10 feet deep under and I'll still love you, right? Like it just went to the extreme. She tried to compare it with her own when it came to like Brandon. But even Brandon was taking his time. Now I did say Brandon was taking too much of his time, right? But even her, like the things that she said to Brandon, we're still very much like, I'm really enjoying you. I'm enjoying, our connection. I really see us taking it there. Like, it wasn't as love bombing as Nick. That's the difference. But comment down below and let me know if there's just a possibility to really just fall so deeply, like with multiple people at the same time. There's a way to have connections. There's a way to have multiple connections. And I feel like we saw that with, Megan and her connection with, Mike. And then we saw her connection with, Jordan and stuff like that. But like the extreme of like, I'm going to love you till the end of the time, a bit much.
Being so in love with somebody.
Girl, you was chasing the feeling of living there with a husband. That's the feeling you was trying to chase. Come on. What high? I'm talking about ain't no mountain high, like, what high did you have in the pots for Nick? Come on. The high you had in the pots was for Brandon. Let's not start trying to like, spin things around. Like you wanted a husband and Nick was willing to be your husband in a way that Brandon was just kind of like being a little finicky and not being as reassuring or as love bombing as Nick was. Right? That's what you were chasing. You were chasing a husband. You were chasing the person that you felt like was going to be more of a husband. That's what it was.
I was willing to carry the burden up the mountain.
Girl, you were willing to change your favorite color to lavender. You were willing to do a whole lot. It was a lot you was willing to do. You was willing to climb. You was willing to go ahead and just like let a lot of things slide. Okay, like you was willing to, you know what I'm saying, like have a lavender bath. You was willing to change your favorite color to lavender. You was willing to do a whole lot of things.
Choosing Nick over Brendan.
I disagree with those fans. I believe she should not have chosen either. But if she had to have chosen somebody, yeah, it shouldn't have been Brendan. I disagree. I hope she feels the same, but Brendan gave nothing and a half to this girl. Let's keep it a buck.
I don't wish I chose Brendan.
So I can't play everything, but apparently Kate went on a date with Brendan, and later on she went to Casey's apartment, a blonde on the horizon, and they were hyping her up. And Brendan was also there. And so when Brendan saw Casey, a blonde on the horizon, he decided to be all over whatchamacallit, Casey as a blonde on the horizon. One thing I'm gonna tell ya, this entire couch of ladies, they don't like Casey. They do not like Casey because Casey done dated everybody that they dated, done dated everybody they was interested in. They don't care about Casey. The energy towards Casey, a blonde on the horizon, ain't no kindness on the horizon for Casey. Okay, ain't no pleasantry and niceness on the horizon for Casey. And Casey sitting over here like confused, like dang, like I was all over Brandon, like really Brandon, like she seems legitimately shocked about that.
Bro,
Why this baby gonna be like, oh, this is so false beyond comprehension. Yeah, I can even ask Patrick, and Patrick was like, beloved, no. Absolutely, I was not there. I do not give a damn. Do not. Do y'all think Kate lying a little bit? I don't know. Not to defend Casey, a blonde on the horizon, but the shocked look on her face and the shocked look on even Joe's face, it's just giving like they don't like this girl. And so they gonna blame her for everything. You got Bartimaeus Madison blaming her for the fact that the engagement ended. Mind you, according to both her and Joe, they hadn't even started talking until like May. I don't know when the filming ended. And like I said, I don't believe she had anything to do with them breaking up. This baby has commitment issues, and he wasn't even serious about her. Like, they were together for like a month. The dude wanted to just like blow his trumpet somewhere that's very petite, somewhere that's like real skinny. Like, he ain't want this girl. Like, so I feel like Kate and Madison just don't like Casey, so they're going to have all of the smoke for her. They're going to blame her. If the weather is not right, they're going to say it's because Casey was down there on the horizon trying to block the sun. If it rains, they're going to blame Casey. Everything that's going to happen, they're going to blame Casey. I have no way of proving this, but like a part of me feels like Kate is either lying or she's just like dragging this for the sake of dragging this. It's just like, comment down below and let me know. That's what it's giving like to me. This baby is like legitimately like, nah. That is not true. That is not like, I don't know. I feel like she might be telling the truth on this. Y'all comment and let me know.
Talk on my name as if she knows me.
So now you have Ali and Anton's turn, and Anton gonna talk about how like the girl, the girlfriend to the friend, I think the friend's name is Joseph, like that girl, just wanted her little 15 minutes of fame, and that she exaggerated some things, and she doesn't even know him like that to be speaking on his name, this, that, and the third. Cool. And then he proceeds to say like, oh, he wishes like, maybe Ali would have essentially brought up the conversation, at the table where they all were there together. I disagree just because, again, if you are my partner and I have qualms with you, I will address it between me and you. I'm not going to address it in front of other people. We're going to address it, between me and you. I think I'm going to give you that respect. I don't think Ali should have brought it up at the table with the friend and the girlfriend, which, again, him claiming that, oh, the girlfriend of the friend was just lying, I call BS on the strength alone of the fact that, because remember, when the girlfriend was in the bathroom with Ali, he was at the table with his actual friend, and the actual friend was like, we're both like menace. We're just both like a menace. And, I give you 2 weeks, before coming here, I was like, oh, I'm going to give him 2 weeks. He going to be over this. Those were the words that was coming from your own friend.
Like I give you 2 weeks.
That he going to give you just 2 weeks. So going off of that alone, at least according to your friend, you are not a serious dude. You are not whatever you pointed yourself to be. You're not saying like to Ali in the pods. Because your friend gave you 2 weeks. And then you had the story at McDonald's. We used to shut down McDonald's where they used to work at together and just like drink and stuff. Those are stories that your friend said, not the friend's girlfriend. I don't know what kind of 15-minute fame you think the girlfriend was trying to get, but whether she exaggerated the strip club conversation or not, the reality is the way your friend spoke about your character really sort of kind of matched that you are not a serious relationship guy. The way, you're not the husband marriage material, the way the girlfriend has said to Ali in the bathroom. Comment down below and let me know.
How did we not have that conversation?
If it was something that made you really uncomfortable, why did you not have the conversation with him? I really am surprised that this conversation never occurred. They did have the conversation about the missing beers, which I'm hoping the host gonna ask about. Like, where are the 20 beers? Okay, where are the 20 beers and the half a bottle of tequila? That's what I still need to figure out. Okay, I hope somebody gonna ask about that.
They were able to see his body language. I wasn't.
That's fair, because it's like, we got to see him kiss the floor, she didn't. We got to see him running around, she didn't. We got to see him boo-boo crying like Allah, she didn't. She never saw any of these things. She was just going off of the voice. I do have to give her a good sis that she never saw all of these things until they were out of the pods. My only thing is like, when you guys were out of the pods, I feel like he said and did enough that you kind of kept things going a little too long for me, right? Like, just a tad bit too long. Like, there's no need for y'all to have made it to the altar. Absolutely not.
It was the moments that he would cry.
Exhibit A, we are on the bed. We're talking about just like intimacy. You start to cry because I'm not going to open them cheeks for you. Remember how in my reviews I said, there's a part of me that feels like Edmund just does not have the capacity to be able to understand certain things. Like, there were times where she would sit there and have to explain to him, you did this, you did this, you did this. And he'll almost sit there like trying to compute what exactly he did. And then, he'll apologize for the things, not the things that she actually said. And I remember saying in one of my reviews, like, the emotional intelligence could just maybe not be there. The social awareness could just not be there. Certain social cues, certain things that, somebody can just like pick up on. It's just not there. Because remember how she's saying she's tying the crying to the manipulation, right? And he's saying over here, like, I don't mean to manipulate anybody. This is why I feel like he doesn't have he doesn't have the social awareness, and he doesn't have the intelligence almost, I feel like, to be able to comprehend certain things. Remember when Annie broke things off with Brandon, and Brandon came back in the lounge, in the men's lounge or whatever the case is? Giddy Edmund started crying. He started crying for the fact that Annie broke things off with Brandon. Now, if we're going to say like, okay, he's using his tears as like manipulation intentionally, right? If we're going to say that he uses his tears to just like intentionally manipulate things, what do we make of that incident? What do we make of that scene of him crying because Annie broke things off with Brandon? Who is he trying to manipulate then? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to ever sit here and diagnose anybody because that's not, I don't have the training, I don't have the knowledge, I don't have not a damn thing, and I do not know this person. But there's something that's like, I don't want to say missing, but it's like there's certain things that I don't think is really computing to, is really computing to Giddy Edmond in a way that, it probably would for, KB or like the average person, right? Because if his tears are manipulation, then who was he trying to manipulate? Was he trying to manipulate Brandon? Was he trying to manipulate the men in the lounge? Like, who was he trying to manipulate? Or is he just crying? And why is he crying? It feels deeper than just like an intentional thing that he was essentially doing to KB. And when you hear him answer over here, like, I'm not trying to manipulate nobody.
And I'm not even trying to be manipulative.
When you watch that conversation, even when they were up on the mountains and, they were arguing, like, there were times where I was just kind of like, I don't even understand what the argument is. Certain things are just not computing. Which is why I feel like she's always had to explain certain things to him. Like, as if he's a child almost. Certain things are just not computing all the way there. With Brandon. With Giddy Edmond. Even the way he's explained, like... Yeah, comment down below. Like, I don't know if what I'm saying makes sense. Like, looking at this and looking at this back, like, I will say, though, he should not have been casted. We may disagree on that, but he should not have been casted. Even now, he sounds like he's about to cry again. I'm so sorry that, that's the Eddie that she got. I'm so sorry, like, because from what she's saying, like, he just felt like it was always something that was happening off camera. And so they'll get on camera and things would just like go awry. And she would look like just a terrible person. She would look like the angry black woman. But sis, you also call this man a bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and to me, it's just kind of like the minute you knew it wasn't giving, you two should have left. Like, did production ask you to stay? Like, was it too many people leaving that there wasn't going to be, wrapping up of a season? Did they maybe convince you to stay a little longer? Because if you're saying this man was doing all these things off camera and making you look this way, dismissing you, walking away from you, and you felt like you were being manipulated the whole time, why did we make it to the altar? Why?
There was time when she was PMSing.
You see what I'm talking about? Why is he bringing up PMSing? That's not what's being discussed. When I say this word, I'm not even being funny. I'm not being, mean. I'm not trying to be like degrading. But there's something a little slow. There's something a little slow with his comprehension. Why is he bringing up PMSing in this conversation? I've loved KB. I've respected KB. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about manipulation. We're talking about, we're talking about making me fit the stereotype of an angry black woman. That's what we're talking about. And this man is bringing up PMSing. He's bringing up how much he's loved and respected KB. I have seen what I'm saying. Like, something is not computing all the way with Giddy Edmond. But KB, you peeped that. I will give you the parts you didn't see what we're seeing. Sure. But as soon as you peeped that, you should have been gone. You should have been gone. But you guys see what I'm saying? Like, we are not talking about PMSing. Why is he bringing up PMSing? It's like we're here. This baby is in Yemen. But I don't think, now that I'm looking at it and now that I'm really paying attention, is this intentional? I can't confidently say it's intentional. I said it in my other reviews. I feel like it's just not computing. Which is why she's had to mother him Talk to him like a child. Talk to him like I would talk to, like, a 7-year-old nephew, like the kids I used to babysit or whatever the case is, like explaining things over and over and over again, and it just wasn't making any sense. For an adult, right? Like for an adult, like, his age. The whole cast is laughing. The whole cast is kind of like laughing at him and laughing at what he's saying. This man should not have been casted. Cognitively, something is a little, I don't know what, but something is just like, it's a little jam. Like the elevator, you know what I'm saying? Like, is it making it to the top? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't, like, all the way. I don't know. I like that he asked that as a follow-up question, because like, oh, is he just emotional and you don't just know how to deal with that? But we know that's not the real thing, because you have Vanessa over here trying to sanitize like you guys had deep fights, and you guys like, no. The dynamic was weird. This man should have never been casted. He was spoken to like a child by KB, which, I've discussed how I felt uncomfortable with that. But he also does act like a child. So I could see why that would bring the mothering up out of her. I could see that. Should she have left? Yes. Yes, 1000%. I've said that a couple times. So she just detailed him crying again. Like, it was a scene when they're trying to move in and this baby was crying. And he doesn't seem to have any recollection of it at all. Like, that didn't happen at all. I really don't know what to make of this, other than they should have never casted this man. I'm sorry. They shouldn't have. And I feel for KB. Low-key, I do feel for KB. She should have left, but I do feel for KB. Is his behavior manipulative? Yes. Is his intention? And is he able to understand that he's being manipulative in the moment? I don't know that he's able to cognitively understand what is even being accused of, if that's the way that I can use accused, because like, he didn't commit a crime, right? So you have Vanessa who says like, Edmund, you've been through a lot, and sometimes there's so many things that you just don't remember because that's like your survival. Comment down below, do you think that's what's happening? Because there's no world in which KB just sitting over here just lying on this man for vibes. She had concrete examples like, okay, before you got into the cabinets, you did this. You did this, you did this, you did this. Now, the scene of them, at the meetup with everybody, did I think maybe she dragged it? Yes. But, she was upset about something that happened off camera that she was lashing out on camera. In both of the, the cussing out, these things happened off camera that she was lashing on in camera. But like, could it be a survival technique, right? Because, his upbringing, talking about how like, he went through like, foster care and all those different things. Like, did that have anything to do with him psychologically? Like, emotionally, where like, he doesn't remember these things as a survival? Like, I don't know. You see him, even now, he's fighting tears. Like, he's fighting tears. Could it be that? Does Vanessa have a point in this? Comment down below and let me know.
A lot of people may not understand why I stuck around.
So you stay because you was committed to this trial marriage. Okay, girl. I'm tired. Okay. Okay. And I feel like as Black women, I'm just going to say from, one Black woman to the next, like, it's okay for us to also just be like, it ain't working, I'm finna be gone. I don't know why we always feel like we have to stick through a lot of just like the hurt, and we have to always like that struggle love mentality where we got to struggle a little bit and just like stay the fights. Like, sometimes pull a Anna, just be gone. Sometimes pull a Blake, just go ahead and be gone. Pull a Nick. Because one thing about Nick gonna break up with somebody that he told he loved 5 minutes ago. Sometimes it's okay for us to just be like, yeah, nah, I'm not finna do this and be gone. As Black people, I feel like some of us, we just want to like stick certain things through and we want to like fight and like sometimes just like let it go and let God. But girl, if you like it, I love it. And so that wraps up the reunion, y'all. Like I said, this could have been, you know, maybe the KB part. I'm glad that we kind of got to see a little bit more of this. But, you know, this could have been a thread post. Y'all could have posted this on Facebook, like made a little post about it. Y'all could have put a comment under one of my videos. I would have pinned it for the people of God. This did not need to be an hour of my time. It was some good moments. Yeah, they asked some questions, but not like a lot of the things. You know, what happened to the beers? Right? They're not checking these things. Like, okay, so you said the girl was doing the most and she don't even know you, but the friend that does know you said, you know, he gave you 2 weeks. How do you reconcile the two? Those are the kinds of follow-up questions I would have asked. When the blonde on the horizon was talking about how like, oh, she had wanted to pursue things with Patrick off the pods, I would have asked why you ain't said that in the hotel lobby. When you're speaking to the producers, why did you tell them that the connection wasn't going to grow? The physical connection wasn't going to grow. What was your plan when you went to Denver? Because this baby was still going to be Asian. The face that he had with him when you did the meet and greet, the face that you didn't want to see on vacation outside of the real world, guess what? That's the same face he was going to have him when he went back to freaking Denver. So when you said, oh, you wanted to make things work in Denver, what did you mean by that? These are questions I would have been asking. Madison, when you decided to go ahead and introduce your lips to Homeless Joe again, what was the reason? Were you not embarrassed? Megan, what was your obsession with diabetes? These are the things I would have asked. Annie, have you managed your drinking? Because the 2 times where you had the biggest fights with Nick that actually led to the breakup, you were intoxicated. How's that going for your journey? Anton, where's the missing beers? Homeless Joe, this is now your second engagement that has not worked. What's going on with that? Have you explored your fear of commitment? Have you explored why are you afraid of marriage? You see all the questions I would have asked? It's like high glucose Nick. Does your mom still think you're gay? What do you think about everybody online calling you gay? That's it on me. If you guys haven't yet, please go ahead and subscribe, turn the notification bell so that you always know when I upload. I'm going to go ahead and see you guys on the next one. Bye, Z's.